Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Max Reviews. I'm Braden, and today we're going to be breaking down everything that they announced at the San Diego Comic Conn for the Marvel panel, for everything upcoming for MCU Phases 4, Phases 5, and Phases 6, and my opinions on each one of those things. I got some hiccups today, so please excuse that, but I just wanted to get this done. And the first thing that they announced was that She-Hulk and Wakanda Forever are going to be the final two pieces of MCU Phase 4, bringing MCU Phase 4 to just about this. It's been pretty good. Like, we've had some good things. It hasn't been trash, but the MCU Phase 4 as a whole has been pretty disjointed and weird. So, if you want to see what I'm talking about, let's see. First, we kicked off with Black Widow, which was mid at best. And, it was a weird way to kick off Phase 4. Then we did Shang-Chi. Great. I loved it. We had Eternals. Really bad. We had Spider-Man No Way Home. Favorite movie of that year. And then we had Multiverse of Madness, which has been pretty good. Thor Love and Thunder, which I haven't seen. And Wakanda Forever, which has a very hard job to do with replacing T'Challa, and Thor Love and Thunder has been very divisive, so there's been quite a few mishaps, to say the least, with this season, this phase. And if we go back, there's not really a huge connection here. Black Widow doesn't connect to any of these movies, really. Shang-Chi doesn't connect to any of them. Eternals doesn't. Spider-Man No Way Home and Multiverse of Madness sort of connect, but other than that, nothing else connects really for the movies. Some of the shows do connect, though. So if we're looking, WandaVision did connect to Multiverse of Madness, and I thought WandaVision was actually pretty good until the final episode, and I would give it like a 5.56 out of 10. Falcon the Winter Soldier, I've warmed up to it more. It's pretty good. Loki, favorite show out of all these so far. What If, the more I think about it, the more disappointing it is. And then Hawkeye, my least favorite show, but still not the worst, like horrible. Moon Knight, which was a disappointment, and then Miss Marvel, which once again was a disappointment. Then we have She-Hulk Attorney at Law, which we'll see. We have the Halloween special, which is going to be directed by Michael Giacchino, which is interesting to say the least for me, and the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. So, Phase 4 has been very disjointed, and it hasn't really come together. It's a lot of setup for things that haven't come yet. So hopefully in the future it gets better, but currently Phase 4 is my least favorite phase of the MCU. Hopefully it gets better. And so that'll bring us to Phase 5, and the first thing that they announced for Phase 5 is, of course, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Volume 3. Well, no, sorry. Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. I got mixed up there. So Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, they said Jonathan Majors came out. It's coming out February next year, so it's only like 7 months away, and I can't wait for this movie. I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully they could take the goofy stuff out of Ant-Man and the Wasp and make it really, I don't know, just more grounded, better. And I'm fine if they do the goofy, but this is the kickoff of Phase 5, and there's quite a bit that they're going to have to do. I think bringing Scott Lang's daughter, recasting her, doing that, great idea. And Kang, they gave out like a poster for it, and Kang looked awesome in Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. Let me just grab it real quick. So I just think Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, that's one I'm 100% going to check out in theaters. Can't wait to check out. Like, look at this. Kang is right there. You have the Wasp, you have Ant-Man, you have Ant-Man's daughter. And there was a trailer for this, but they didn't show it. I'm really looking forward to it. You have Secret Invasion. I think this is my most anticipated show that's coming up. Well, second most. And Secret Invasion has always been I've really been anticipating it. We get this picture of old Nick Fury. That's all we know. And also that it's going to have the Skrulls in it. So they showed another thing. Once again, a little trailer that I don't think we're going to see. But I'm really looking forward to Secret Invasion and see what they do. Next, we have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which is going to be coming out in May. And so, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, once again, really looking forward to it. So, like, this first 3-bit chunk here of 2023, I'm really looking forward to. everything MCU right there. And Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, I love Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. It's amazing. James Gunn did once again, great job with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, but I think it had some problems. And then with The Suicide Squad, top 5 movies of all time last year. And then with Peacemaker, so far it's in top 3 shows of this entire year and will probably stay there unless The Rings of Power or something else really tops it. But just like James Gunn is the big thing, and then I know I'm going to be crying at this movie. It is going to hurt. It's going to be hard because we know some characters are going to die. People were crying just at the trailer, which we didn't get to see, but probably will in the future. So, great just setup right here. Then we go to Loki Season 2, which is a bit different than this. Okay, I guess we'll just talk about, we're going to, Echo. There we go, Echo. So we'll just talk about Echo since that's the next one on this thing that they actually announced in summer of 2023. They're all coming about the same time, but Echo just, you could sort of cut it for me currently. The big appeal here is Kingpin, and that's about it. Echo seems like a good enough character. It'll be interesting to see an actress who is deaf and has as prosthetic legs as being the lead. Kingpin should be very interesting and very good, hopefully. Better than he was in Hawkeye. But Hawkeye is so far my least favorite MCU show. Miss Marvel might be a bit worse than it, but they're really close. And I didn't really care a whole bunch about Echo. So, Echo, that's where the MCU sort of takes a dip for me, where it's not like I'm going to be going crazy into this show. It's one of those shows, sort of like, not exactly Miss Marvel level, but more like Hawkeye level, where I'm like, I'll check it out. Hopefully it's fun. We'll move on to Loki Season 2. I loved Loki Season 1. It was my favorite superhero show when I first saw it. Now it's gone into like top 5, but still pretty high. And Loki is just great character. I love Season 1. I don't know what they're doing with Season 2. When you have the ending like that, I don't know where we're going to go. And I hope it can be as good as Season 1. But Loki Season 2, still taking a jump up a bit. And that will bring us to Blade, which I have never seen any of the Blade movies. But I am looking forward to this. I'm just going to say it. It looks pretty good. And just Blade in general, the concept is very interesting to me. I did not care at all for the post-credit scene in Eternals where we saw Blade. Mahershala Ali seems like a good choice for him, but I really don't want anything connected with Eternals to do with Blade. It's got potential. I'm pretty much looking forward to it, but we don't really have a trailer. I haven't seen any of the Blade movies, so I don't exactly know if this is going to be very good or not. We'll see. And that will bring us to Ironheart, who this character was in the Black Panther Wakanda Forever trailer, and she does create an Iron Man suit, sort of, inspired by Iron Man. She's sort of connected with Wakanda and Shuri. Other than that, we don't really know a whole bunch. I'm sort of looking forward to it. It was in, like, bottom 3 most anticipated MCU shows. For me, like, when they first announced it, they haven't really done anything to redeem me or move it up. It's one of those mid-tier ones, sort of like Echo, but a bit higher since we haven't seen the character in Wakanda Forever. So, Ironheart's just sort of there, once again. I'm not seeing a whole bunch of ones that are on here, so we'll just go on to the Marvels, which I guess they didn't include because we already knew it was coming. But the Marvels, after what happened in Miss Marvel, I'm looking forward to it more, but I don't care for Captain Marvel. She's probably my least favorite MCU character. Kamala Khan, I can't wait to see her meet Miss Marvel and happen, and that's the only thing that's really boosted this movie a bit more for me. But I'm gonna need a good trailer. I'm gonna need, like, it's gonna have to sort of hook me, because I'm glad that these 3 characters are coming together. It's probably gonna be better than Captain Marvel, but other than Kamala, there's nothing that's really drawing me for this movie. Next thing that they announced, Agatha Coven of Chaos. Once again, coming to 2023. This is all 2023. Pretty crazy, right? And It's one of those shows that this could be cut. This is the first one where I'm like, Echo, I'll check out. I could sort of understand whether it's there. If you cut it, all right. Ironheart doesn't need to be there. You could cut it. Agatha Coven of Chaos, that could 100% be cut. It does not need to be here. It's just spending time on this instead of other things. You know, they got their whole VFX problem and editing stuff with the MCU with special effects. This is why, because you're pumping out so much content. All this in, well, all this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 MCU projects in 1 year. That's more than we got in Phase 1, I'm pretty sure. Let me check. Captain America, Iron Man 2, Hulk, Thor. Yeah, that's more than we got in all of Phase 1. And that's a ton of MCU content all in 1 year. And then you're spending more time on Agatha. I don't think we need this. She's a nice spice character. If she was in the Thunderbolts movie, which we'll be talking about, it's not in this, then I'd be up for it. But it's just like, okay, sure. I feel like it could be cut. It's one of those MCU shows I'm not really looking forward to. Then we have Captain America: New World Order. I do not know what to think of this. Did I like Falcon the Winter Soldier? Not originally too much, but I've grown to enjoy it more than I think about it. Sam Wilson is great as Captain America. I don't think the Winter Soldier is going to be in here. New World Order makes sense. Things are sort of going to be switched up in this after, you know, stuff with Loki, Quantumania, Secret Invasion, and then probably some stuff that's going to happen in Blade. But it's, like, cool, but I don't know, like, where's this going with Captain America? Sure, I'll check it out probably. If the trailers win me over, then I will check it out in theaters and stuff probably. Sort of looking forward to it. And this is going into 2024. Yep, it is. And then we have the big one, Daredevil Born Again. This was not my just one that I'm like, oh, I can't believe that they did this. This is the one that I'm just like so happy that they did this for a few reasons. Now, give me a second. First thing, Charlie Cox is back, and we already knew he was going to be in She-Hulk because of the trailer. We already knew that he was going to be in Spider-Man freshman year, and now we know he's going to be in his show. Vincent D'Onofrio, I didn't know he would be back in this season until today, so I'm so pumped for this now. The other thing, I hope they bring all the characters back. I have never read the comics, but Born Again sounds great, and it's 18 episodes long. That's the one thing that made me go from, I hope they don't mess this up because they won't give it enough time, to, I can't believe this is happening. When does it come out? And we do have to wait like a year and a half for it to come out, but I can't wait. This is number one most anticipated show ever. Period. I was really looking into Percy Jackson. Like, it comes out in probably a year and a half to 2 years. But the Percy Jackson show, I'm already reading books for. I'm preparing videos for Percy Jackson show. This one, I cannot wait to see. It's going to be amazing. It's either going to be a big flop and be my least favorite show of the year, just so disappointing because they crashed it with 18 episodes. If you have 18 episodes, like I said in my how many episodes and how long a show should be, if you crash it, it's just done. Marvel has basically lost me. But if you win me over with this, it might sort of redeem the MCU, which is, it's sort of taking a little sink right now. But Daredevil Born Again, I cannot wait. Too bad it's gonna take a year and a half to come out, but let's go. And then the last thing in Phase 5, the Thunderbolts, basically the MCU's version of the Suicide Squad. I'm like, all right, probably check it out in theaters. Seems cool. It could flop though. The Suicide Squad is already going to be better than it's not like I'm doubting this movie so much, but just that movie was so good, and this movie we don't really know a whole bunch about other than the date that it's coming out and who are probably going to be the Thunderbolts. Okay, sure enough, we'll check it out. Seems like a good idea. Looking forward to it. didn't super surprise me, but this did. Phase 6. So Phase 5 is going for about a year and a half here, and if we're looking at first 3, really looking forward to. Echo, Marvels, not really a whole bunch, like sort of mid, and Loki Season 2 depends what they do. Blade, pretty much, we'll see. I'm looking forward to it, but we'll see what happens. Ironheart, no. Agatha show, no. Daredevil, Born Again, Captain America, New World Order, and Thunderbolts. I think I'm really looking forward to Daredevil. New World Order, we'll see. And Thunderbolts, we'll see. Phase 6 is the big one here, where they announced the big things here, starting with Fantastic Four. And I like that they're taking their time with this. Fantastic Four is going to be coming out in, let me see, August, October, September. Okay, so 2 years and 4 months. It's going to take a very long time for this movie to come out. It was announced in 2019, so almost 5.5 years later, the movie comes out. But we know nothing about it. I'm looking forward to it. I hope MCU could pay this off, that we could finally get a good Fantastic Four movie. But, yeah, we don't really know a whole bunch more. We just got the date. Nice little update. Then we got the big cheese, the big event, the big thing that got everybody talking, Avengers: The Kang Dynasty. And then, of course, Avengers: Secret Wars. So, Daredevil Born Again is my number one most anticipated thing coming out Marvel. I feel like if they hit it and they get the high, it could be the best thing that entire year. It could be the best thing of 2020, 21, of the 2020s for me. If they flop it, I'm going to be super disappointed. The Kang Dynasty, I think it's going to be a solid movie. We don't even know which Avengers. Is this going to be like the Thunderbolt Avengers? Is it going to be the new Avengers? Is it going to be like bringing everything together, which they probably will. But we don't know what Avengers we even have now. Because if you look at this phase, let's look what we have currently. We have Ant-Man and the Wasp people. We have Nick Fury and his division. We have Guardians of the Galaxy in space. We have Loki doing his thing. We have the Marvels sort of connected to Miss Marvel. Ironheart is connected to Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. And Agatha connected to WandaVision all the way back. Captain America is sort of connected to Echo slightly, just barely. And Daredevil probably connected to Captain America and Echo. So you have all these divisions of things everywhere, and you're going to bring them together. That should be epic. The next thing, Secret Wars, is coming out 6 months later. I hope that they could pay this off. Like, if you could do 2 Avengers movies in 1 year, 2025 is going to be a huge year. People are saying it's a bit too soon, and I can slightly agree. I was not expecting to see this. When I first saw this, I thought it was fake, because you always see Avengers 5 coming out but it's always fake. This is not fake. This is actually happening, and that's crazy to me. But the big thing is, I'm wondering, with the time crunch, with all this coming out in the next 3 years, all these, plus you have 1, 2, 3, 4, I think they said 11 in total other things coming out in the next 3 years. Well, 3.5 years, 3 years and 4 months, something like that. That is quite a bit of time crunch for all this stuff, VFX stuff. So we have 11 stuff there, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And then you have all the animation stuff, which I'm not talking about in this video. I did one yesterday. 25. Well, I'm doing it tomorrow. Sorry, I'm getting mixed up. I did my animation thing, and it's going to come out tomorrow. But 25, you had 5 animation things, but we're not going to include I Am Groot, so that brings it to 4. So for the big overlapping thing, we have almost 30 MCU projects, about averaging 10 a year. That's a lot of VFX. That's a lot of crunching everything, especially with Daredevil being 15 episodes. And some of these movies and shows are definitely going to be around 2 to 2.5 hours. For the movies and shows are probably going to be 6 episodes. That's a lot of content. And if they pay it off, If this stuff at worst is a 5 out of 10, I think it could be the redemption in the MCU. MCU Phase 1, everybody loved it. Phase 2, a bit trippy, but everybody still loved it. Phase 3, they blew it out of the park. Everybody was MCU hyped. Phase 4, they sort of a little squiggly line of ups and downs of people loving stuff and hating stuff. This could be their redemption. Get more focused. This is called the multi-universe saga, multiverse saga. And I just hope they paid off. I cannot wait for the MCU Secret Wars and Kang Dynasty. Kang Dynasty, obviously, probably being Kang and all his descendants versus everybody in the Avengers. I think they'll probably lose, something like that. Boop, 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 move on. Some people get permanently killed because they don't want to redo Endgame. Maybe, like, we'll kill some main characters that are just going to blow some people's minds. Or maybe it won't be like that. Maybe they'll win and then he'll still have survived. We get him combined with somebody else, and we have Secret Wars. I can't wait for this stuff, and it's coming out all within the next 3 years. So I leave it out to you now. What are you thinking about this? I, obviously, if I had to say top 3 things that I'm pumped for, Kang Dynasty, Secret Wars, and Daredevil Born Again. I'm not going to be doing a ranking of all this stuff because I think at D23, where Disney Plus Day 23, where they announce a bunch of stuff that's coming out, well, Disney Day or whatever it is, I think that they'll probably announce whatever the other slots are here, and so I'm hoping they'll announce some more stuff, give us some more context for some of these movies that are coming out. Blade, we know nothing. Agatha, we know nothing. Captain America, we know nothing. And I just hope that they give us more stuff, and then I could probably do a ranking of all this, as this was one of the first videos I did was MCU projects coming up ranked. I think it was my second video. So, bottom 3 that I'm not really looking forward to, I'm going to go with Agatha show, Ironheart show, Agatha show, Marvel show, and Echo show. I'm going to give Ironheart a chance. It's either that or the Marvels in the bottom 3. And then for like mid, I'll go Captain America New World Order, Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, and Loki Season 2. And, like, sort of hyped. It depends on trailers and stuff. I'll put Blade in mid. But ones that I'm actually looking forward to, not top 3 material, but still really looking forward to. Quantumania, Volume 3, Secret Invasion. So, leave your comments down below. I want to know, what are you guys thinking? If you haven't seen Daredevil, I would recommend checking it out. It is my favorite show of all time, so that you could get ready for Born Again and understand where I'm coming from. But thanks for sticking with me. This has probably been a long video. I don't know how long, probably around a half an hour, but thanks for watching. Like, subscribe to Max Reviews. It'd mean quite a bit. Can't wait for all this MCU content, except for a few things, but hopefully this could be the redemption of the MCU with their multiverse saga.